Hello, my friends. Long time no see. It is your girl, Just Lovely, aka Diamond Cluster Hustler. Now, um, I don't know why YouTube put that name. So when I drop down in people chat, they got. I don't even remember how I put myself as the Diamond Cluster Hustler, which I am. Don't get it twisted, but I was so shocked and surprised when I dropped down in people chat. It showed my pseudo as Diamond Cluster Hustler and not just lovely. I was shocked and surprised. So as you can see, the title is called Snow Days, Challenges, and the Challenged. And I'm going to talk about a couple of things when it comes to snow days now. All right, so for the last couple of days here in the ATL, we've been down to 17 degrees below freezing temperatures. Yesterday, I saw a couple of snowflakes. At one point, it was getting down out there. But, by the end of my workday, it had stopped snowing. So I was kind of I wasn't happy with that. I really wanted to see the snow and I was kind of upset. But today while working, I was over on the TikTok. Baby, when I tell you I wouldn't want them nut their house because up north they find out parking spaces when it comes to the snow days. Now on TikTok, I seen at least four videos, and one was so fucking treacherous to the police was called, and the newscasters came out to the lady house and talked to her and the other person. So I mean, this is how it went. And I may drop the links in the description bar so y'all can get a kick out these videos that I'm about to discuss. This is things that I saw on TikTok and some things that I saw here in the beef sector. I don't know where y'all coming from, but this is, what I've seen. So the video that was in Pittsburgh, the person was actually saying that their son is a new driver and her and him took their time out to dig his car out of the snow for 2 hours. Baby, that got to be some back breaking work. I ain't gonna even tell y'all no lie. A bitch like me would just be like, oh, that motherfucker stuck. I ain't got nowhere to go. But, I don't know. They probably don't give them as much grace as they would here in Atlanta because, Atlanta, we ain't used to no snow. Hell, we ain't used to all that. So basically, they'll be like, okay, you off work. Hey, Sonya J. In Atlanta, they'll be like, you off work, girl. You ain't even got to worry about working. Go ahead on and enjoy your snow day. But maybe in Pittsburgh, it's not the same. In Pittsburgh, they probably be like, nah, bitch, you better bring your ass on the fucking work. And that's probably what happened. They had to take their ass on the foot to work. And he left because him and his mama dug their way out of the snow. Um, yeah, they dug their way out the snow. So somebody came along and they end up parking in his spot. So instead of them just saying, okay, they got the spot, they end up shoveling the snow on top of the lady car, you know, barricading the car in the snow. And once that snow get impacted, you can't move that car. It's just stuck in the snow. So basically, the lady called and she ring her ring doorbell camera and she's like, "Hey, did you see the person that put this snow all around my car?" Not knowing she's talking to the people who put the snow all around her car. She madder than a mule. So she called 911. The police come out. And the lady revealed, hey, it was me. I feel like if you didn't dig your way out the snow, then you need to go find you another parking spot. The young lady who had parked in the space, she was like, but the apartments that I live in, they haven't cleared out the parking. Bitch, that is not my motherfucking problem. I done spent here in child. Me and my son spent at least 2 hours digging his way out the fucking snow. And you mean to tell me you feel like because your apartments didn't clear out your parking area, it's okay for you to take my son's spot? Girl, she know about. Oh Lord, baby. By the time and she was like, "And you ain't using my shovels." When the police called, she cussing the lady in the house out. The police is like, "Will you please go back in the house and stop antagonizing her?" And she like, "This girl calling me all out my name. You think I'm finna sit here and let her?" Like I said, she stole my son parking spot. She don't get no grace around here, sir. She don't get no grace around here. She was just, oh baby, she was teasing the girl. Oh, and you can't use my shovel. I let the police use my shovel, but you better not touch my shovel. Baby, on TikTok, I was going up and down my timeline. And it is it's a common affair where it's been people that was so mad because somebody took their parking spot. They have buried them in snow. I saw the one man, he came out, he buried somebody's car in snow. He came out with hot boiling water so he can make sure it turned to ice. He was not playing either. So, hey, how are you? Welcome to the chat. I don't know who you are. Like I said, in the chat now, I'm under my pseudo Diamond Cluster Hustler. So if anybody come and watch this video and you see a Diamond Cluster Hustler drop down in your chat, it's actually me, just lovely. So that could be the case. Okay, under new management. See, that's what I'm talking about. They don't, they don't put our pseudos on there. If I'm in the chat, they got me under my pseudo Diamond Cluster Hustler. So welcome to the chat. Welcome. Thank you. I'm acting a fool on this Sunday about all the goings ons that I've seen. Now, let's talk about the challenge, okay? She said her and her neighbor could have broke the ice up. Exactly. And the girl was just being sorry. Like, oh, yes, okay. You talking about when she was talking about the apartment complex. Yeah, she was telling the apartment, she was like, shit, you and your neighbors could have got y'all some shovels and went out there and cleaned that parking lot out yourselves. She called the management company so that they could come and clean it. Girl, y'all sorry. This older woman is out there breaking her back and getting the snow off her son car so he can get his happy ass on to work. And he a new driver. If I would, I can't drive in that bull junk. I can't drive in it. I remember back in 2014, it was so many people stuck on the expressway here in Atlanta. Now listen, up north in Atlanta, like in the Gainesville area, it was an article where some people had actually flipped off the fucking mountain trying to drive in that shit. Y'all know Georgia ain't used to that. Georgia is not used to that, not at all. So, I probably would have been scared. Now, mama, just leave my car in the snow. But no, we ain't used to that. So, yeah, somebody fell off that mountain up in North Georgia. I was watching the news report, and the news guy was like, if I'm not mistaken, if it was probably like near Dahlonega where he was. Dahlonega is not that far from Atlanta metropolitan area. So they got enough snow to where they were saying when you coming off the expressway exit ramp, you should make sure that you do that with caution because some of those ramps doesn't have the insulation up on them, and basically what happens is it become like a ice skating rink. So this one guy, he was in his pickup truck and he flipped over, and honey, the news, they're gonna drop out. Where there's news, they're gonna jump out there and they're gonna report on what's going on. And all you can see was the side, the police lights and tow trucks in the back. So yeah, be careful. Yeah, they said that Columbus got snow too. And that's kind of crazy to me because Columbus, Georgia is south of Atlanta. Is I think it's southwest. No, Griffin. So yeah, it's south of Atlanta. I say it's south of Atlanta. It's south. When I used to go to Columbus, we used to have to take 85 south. So yeah, it's south. But and that's what tripped me out because it seemed like even my friend, he lived down in Tally, which is Tallahassee. He lived down in Tallahassee, and he just was sending me all the pictures of him with his fireplace. And he was like, "Girl, it's 29 degrees down here." And I was like, and because we were at 17. But like I told him, when you moved from Atlanta and you went back to Florida, you should have took your ass on further down south because you knew that in Tallahassee you were gonna get some of the same weather that we got here in Atlanta. You should have took your ass back to Palm Beach. All that fucking whining about how cold it is down now. All that goddamn whining. Yeah, I did too. I used to drive down to Columbus too. I used to drive down to Columbus. I know it's on 85 South. I was thinking about Griffin. Griffin on 75 South, but Griffin ain't that far from where I live either. But they got snow too. Them little snowflakes, they were just looking like they just flying in the air. I was like, oh, that's so cute. And it was like 29 degrees, but they didn't stick. I was looking at them. She said we got ice last week. Yeah, I was looking at that too. I've been, paying attention to the weather because I work from home. So I be wanting the lights to go out for. I said if the lights can go off until after 5 o'clock, I can, when 5 o'clock hit, the lights come back on, then I can get back in my bed and chill out if the lights go off. I want to get back in the bed. I just want to chill. I want to chill. Columbus is not really hotter than Atlanta. No, I think that we always kind of run the same, temperature. We kind of run like the same. When I used to go, honey, when I used to go to Columbus, the last time I was in Columbus, it was in December. But like in the Atlanta area in December, you can wear like a little mini skirt. You ain't necessarily got to have your big overcoat. So, mm, hold on, y'all. I need to charge my phone. All right, let's talk about contests. Let's talk about challenges. So I over there at Dragonstein. No, I didn't go to the competition. Actually, my ass was probably asleep by 9 o'clock. I ain't even gonna tell y'all no lies. I probably was asleep by 9 o'clock. me and one of my cousins, we was on the phone just chatting it up, and I had to take my shower. And when I came back in here, I took this medicine for my sinus. My doctor said I have a sinus infection. I thought I'd been having a cold this whole time, but I had a sinus infection. Child, what are the odds, right? I'm sitting around here taking cold medication, but that wasn't working. So she gave me a prescription for sinus medication. But then when I was looking at the difference between the Alka-Seltzer Cold Plus and the Alka-Seltzer Sinus Meds, it's the same shit. Like, y'all, okay, I was looking at this doctor, and he was just like, the only product he'll buy from Vicks is their vapor rule. And I got one of you remember a long time ago when you was a kid, they had the little stick, you put the little stick in your nose and you inhale, you inhale and you get all that vapor. I got one of them little sticks, y'all, because I had, oh child, my nose was so fucking disgusting. But he was saying how he do not trust anything from Vicks except for the vapor rule. And when he was explaining, okay, if y'all haven't noticed, Vicks got Vicks cold and flu, Vicks got Vicks night quill, they got Vicks pain quill. And he was like, I hate to say it, but thank you, Sonya. He was like, I hate to say it, but all that you buying the same product, but you might pay a little bit more for this one, a little bit more for this one. And I always said, why in the hell would I buy some damn NyQuil when I could just take the Vicks cold and flu with the well wait, which came first? If I am mistaken, NyQuil came first. But I think the cold and flu is cheaper. But I can get the PM of that. And I can shit if I just want to go to fucking sleep. Cause that's all they do. And then I'm not finna pay for no damn pain quill, they newest product on the market. Cause all it's gonna do is put your ass to sleep. It ain't gonna remedy the pain that you feeling. It's just gonna put your motherfucking ass to sleep. That's why when I don't had surgeries and shit, and they try and give me some fucking perks, I be like, no, I take me some Tylenol PM or some shit like that. Cause that's all that shit for to do. It's been to put your ass to motherfucker sleep. So I don't no. No. Oh, you welcome. You welcome on the new management. So I'm like, hell no, I ain't finna goddamn go. You could keep them motherfucking perk 30s. I ain't gonna even tell y'all no lie though. When I don't have perk 30 prescriptions and I know them people be wanting them pills, I was I was just I don't need goddamn ice come knocking on my goddamn door. It's a shot of liquor. That's like when we were young, my grandma probably put us a shot of liquor and some bullshit together, and honey, we'll be knocked the fuck out. We'll be knocked out. We'll be thinking that's our cold medicine. I can't believe my grandma had us drinking lean. She probably put some cold medicine, some Sprite, and said, "Here, go lay your head down." That cough. What was that shit? Um, Crib Motion, baby. She probably done put some fucking Crib Motion in with some fucking Sprite and gave us a shot of that shit and said, "Go lay your motherfucking head down." Had us drinking lean, the goddamn purple Sprite. Woo, child. Hey, okay, so let me get back on the competition. Okay, I'm glad I didn't watch that fucking competition simply because most of the people that called it the King Roman show, they was saying things like, with them goddamn psychedelic backgrounds and da 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 da. And believe it or not, even like if I would watch Pizarro, I wouldn't be. I can listen to it, but I wouldn't be able to watch it because I'd be so afraid that I might be triggered Y'all see, I got the snuffles. I think that I would probably be triggered by that background because you got all this shit just flying to the screen, just flying to the screen. So I'm happy I didn't go over there because I would have wanted the visuals. I would have wanted to see the contestants. Now, based on what I saw on King Roman's channel, I don't think the ostrich should have won. I don't even think the ostrich, well, I can't say about your profession. But honestly, like I remember when I was listening to Dragons and Big Girl, BBW, Sweet and Sexy. I remember when they was going through their argument or whatever, and she was like, "You have to be standing up." That ostrich was standing up. That ostrich had actually yeah, you know that's not good for a person like me. But he wasn't standing up. How he win the pot? He wasn't standing up. You said BBW could not come into your competition because she wouldn't be standing up. She would have had to stand up. I think that if anybody had did what they supposed to do, it would have been the lady, Sister Mary Clarence. With the Tyrone. She was standing up. I didn't understand why Roman was like he had his hand on the trigger because the broom, she had the broom between her legs. What you thought she was gonna do, Roman? What you thought she was gonna do? She was gonna stick the broom, in the little private area. No, Roman, the broom was her imitation microphone. Duh. What the fuck you thought? I don't be understanding the thought process. Everything got to be a whole fucking ooh and if no. Y'all go too far. The lady was joining the competition. I think that it used like her towel. No, she was embodying who she was actually lip singing. You know, Erica Badu will have her wrap around and it'll be wrapped up between her breasts clavicle area, and then she'll have on her head wrap, and she'll be singing into the microphone. That's who should have won. That is who should have won. That lady put on a performance. Now, the reason why she was so far off is because she was performing. I wish she could have been a little bit closer, but the rules of the challenge was that she had to be standing up performing. And I think that she did a very good job. And that is one of my that's one of my karaoke songs. I think you better call Tyrone. Call Now, one thing about the challenges and things like that, for some reason, when it comes to entertaining and entertainment, a karaoke challenge, a lip syncing challenge, I think that those would be good for me. Now, would I have beat the ostrich last night? I don't think so. I feel like a lot of people have favoritism towards some content creators, and I believe that's why he won. I honestly believe that's why he won. Okay, so I didn't get to see Ro. I didn't get to see him because I think I was kind of going through what is it, red balling and getting toward. I probably missed him. But ODS, you could have stood your fat ass up. You had the fucking screen on you. You had the camera on you. So you could have stood up and did your little. That's one of my songs too, ODS. I gotta tell you. That goddamn Can We Talk? That's one of my karaoke songs too. Yeah. Baby, baby, baby. Come on, yeah, baby. Come on. Yes, that's one of my songs. So yeah, you could have stood your motherfucking ass up, motherfucker. Now, enough about the challenge. Let's talk about the call-ins today. Next. I didn't see the challenge, so I don't understand what they were saying when it came to Ness up there acting a whole donkey. Now, from what I understand, they had to even end the challenge because Ness was up there acting a whole fucking donkey. So, Ness, were you up there acting a whole fucking donkey? Were you up there trying to sabotage the girl challenge? Honey, when I tell y'all, Ness caught so much hell on them goddamn call-ins today. Everybody called up there and talked about how Ness is and how she act. And they were like, and how they remember her being on the goddamn porch and doing the number two in the bucket. Was I there for that? Mm. I remember I tried to watch one or two Ness lives back then when she had transitions from Craig to Ness because I remember back then I was a big Nicole Tyler. I used to watch Nicole Tyler, so I wouldn't say I was a big fan of Nicole Tyler's, but I remember the whole Craig debacle because if I'm not mistaken, she was a I was looking at my camera, y'all. I'm sorry. She was a moderator for Nicole Tyler. And then she transitioned from Craig to Ness and then she started her own channel. And I think I tried to watch her a few times. One thing I can say is I probably don't get a lot of support over here, but I'm also choosy about who I support too. So if I go to your channel and it could just be the smallest thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I'd be like, I can't do this person. It seem like this they personality. And these type of people, I don't care for them. So I might not never come back to one of your lives again. Oh, she cussed everybody out. Oh, girl. She was on one. Oh, child. Next, girl. Let me tell you something, this. I don't really think you out of you ain't really out of the forest yet. You ain't out of the forest yet because you're not all the way cleanness. You're not all the way clean. When you're clean, you don't drink nothing but coffee. You don't drink nothing but coffee. And I'm gonna tell you this. One day I had went to one of my homeboy house who I used to work with. And I used to always try to figure out why do Joe drink coffee all fucking day long. Joe was drinking coffee at 7:30 at night. Come to find out when you go to the AA programs and you go through AA, they have a big coffee machine there so that can kind of curve you from alcohol. He told me that he picked up the habit of coffee to, ward off the habit of being a drunk, a alcoholic. So next, you just put down whatever your drug of choice was, the reason why you was in the discipleship, and you picked up weed and drinking and shrooms and shit like that. Yeah, they said that you weren't even a fucking judge. They said that Lemon got kicked down. I be trying to stay off the Lemon topic because I am not a Lemon fan, but to me, a lot of the things that I hear that they say about Lemon, the things they do to Lemon, all this trying to pull Lemon out the closet, all that shit kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Especially when it comes to the homosexual men and the bisexual. Like I know a lot of y'all. For some of y'all, uh, it was easy for you to come out the closet, and for some of y'all, it probably wasn't. And for the ones who it wasn't easy for you to come out the closet, then respect that man. Give him the opportunity to do it on his own terms. He don't need y'all to pull him out the fucking closet. She sung too, sung. Baby, she swear she could sing, honey. She swear she could sing. Ness swear she could sing. Just like I swear I could sing. She, I have the decency to know, girl, you didn't hit that note, girl. You girl, no. Baby, give me a microphone. I'm gonna show y'all some shit. That's why when we have karaoke night as a family, they be like, no, you gotta give somebody else a chance. Cause I am going to control and I'm gonna control that microphone. Cause I got a couple of songs to sing. And I'm not, baby, every goddamn time Ness hit a panel, she got to sing some shit. Girl, the competition was lip syncing. Oh, I saw when Rick Reed, I forgot what song he did, but it was one that I liked. And Rick, baby, why you was supposed to be lip syncing? You were supposed to be Milli Vanilli in that thing. Your ass was over there singing the song quietly. We can hear you. We can hear you, motherfucker. We can hear you. That was not Milli Vanilli. We ain't supposed to hear you when you are lip syncing, sir. The fuck? Baby. Okay, I'm off of that. Ooh, child. Ooh, he was feeling it. Okay. Okay. He was feeling it. One thing that I did see, and I'm 50-50 on this too, I saw on J Dunn channel, she posted a video of what y'all call the racist. Jason. Y'all call him the racist. She posted a video. It was like a minute video, and he was basically saying that y'all need to ask Ness to be honest and tell y'all the truth that she got fired on Friday. That's what he said. He said he done sent emails, made phone calls, and got Ness fired. Okay? He said, y'all need to tell her to be honest and truthful with y'all about whether or not he got her fired. What I said was to that, I said, oh Lord, y'all better get ready for this motherfucking begathon. Y'all better get ready for the begathon. Now they say karma be right around the corner waiting for your motherfucking ass to slip. Next, I done heard you talking about the bills of the sector. And you been weighing they ass the fuck out. If you don't got fired next, you better go get your job, and I mean ASAP. Or you will become one of the biggest of the sector. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, now listen, I'm gonna tell y'all. I wanted to comment up on the Jason video so bad and tell him. Now I was sitting over there listening to you carrying your way throughout all the motherfucking police precincts and got down to you got to somebody who would have really wanted to listen and be a Karen with your motherfucking ass when it came to Jay Wilson. Y'all, when I tell y'all, this man done call about five police, he done call about five stations, asked to speak to the managers when they was not complying to his will. Cause you acting like you they boss. You was carrying yourself. You know, here in Georgia, we real country. We don't say Karen. We say Karen. You was carrying yourself, baby. When this motherfucker, then you call this one. When this mother, I think the last motherfucker you got on the phone with was in agreement, and they looked at the video that Jay Wilson did, and they agreed with you that Jay Wilson was reading his chat and not driving, and he could have had um so basically my point of saying all that is that I really did want to drop down up on his video and ask him, can we get some proof of the emails and phone calls that you supposedly had made to this job? Because we saw where you was in action when it came to Jay Wilson. But I ain't gonna even lie, y'all, I chicken out. I chicken out because, Jason, I ain't got time for the bullshit. I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time for it. Jason done got bitches locked up. Jason got two under his belt. Jason got two under his belt. I am not trying to go to JALE, and I definitely ain't gonna call the police on my motherfucking self. I'm just saying, no, no, no. So y'all, when y'all get a chance, go over there and ask Ness straight up. Did Jason get her fired Friday? That's all you got to do. Did Jason get her fired Friday? And if she say Jason got her fired Friday, the supporters just get ready because it's gonna be on hyper big. It's gonna be on hyper big because she gonna be begging her motherfucking ass off. Speaking to begging, you can hit your girl up at dollar sign just lovely 414 if you want to contribute to the channel. Okay, and back to the next topic. So I told y'all I've been on TikTok all damn day. Been on TikTok all fucking day. Now on YouTube, I be catching the shorts of Trey and his mama recording Trey. Trey done got to the point where Trey say, "Turn the camera on. I got something to say." Trey is a 19-year-old autistic kid, very handsome. His mom, she do videos like of him getting his hair washed. She explained in the beginning when Trey was young how getting his hair washed used to be an issue. She was showing, some of the things that she do to help Trey be comfortable, and that now she's trying to teach him how to order him pizza on the pizza app or order him food on the app. She shows him how you can actually tip people. Cause when I think she ordered directly from Domino's or whatever pizza company they go through, and not through like a DoorDash or a Uber Eats or something like that. So she ordered directly to them, and when they come, he had his, he paid for the food over the app. But when they bring him his food, he give them a $5 tip. Trey is very verbal. They have great conversations and so on and so forth. Now, when Trey get upset, Trey is upset, but I think that Trey has gotten to a point now where he really don't want you to be upset and mad with him because he's upset. So he will try and apologize to you. Um, he will let you know when something is not he's not comfortable with certain situations and so on and so forth. So this morning, I met JB, child sliding down the wall. I met JB this morning over on TikTok. Now, listen, when it comes to Trey, I have always said, I wonder like being a parent of an autistic 2019 year old, how that will be. I've always wondered because, as a kid, in certain ways they have kid like behaviors. So me watching Trey and experiencing, some, because we're not gonna experience all. She's probably not, recording everything that Trey does, but she just show you some of the things that she do to keep Trey happy and trying to teach Trey how to be self-sufficient is what I would call it. Girl, you met JB yesterday. Girl. I think JB issue is the move. I think that's the move is JB's issue. And she said it herself. The move is JB's issue. She need help. They trying to change JB medication, get a new psychologist, so whatever. Whichever one that give you the medicine, that's the one they trying to get a new one. Cause JB, baby, they just moved. JB done fucked the whole house up. JB done bust out a window. She showed us where the man, Renee, came over there and helped her put JB bed up, put everything, gave JB a nice room. She said before JB was actually sharing a room, now he has his own room. Yes, psychiatrist. He has his own room now. When I tell y'all, baby JB, they just moved, baby JB done tore all the doors off. He tore all the doors off. One video, JB had done slung yogurt all over the wall. When the video first came on, the first one I saw, JB was kicking ass and he didn't give a fuck about having names later. He didn't care about names later. And y'all think I'm saying kicking ass like fighting. No, JB got a man, he got a bad ass kung fu. He got a fucking bad ass kung fu kick. JBB got down kicking and flying in the air at the same damn time. At the same damn time, JB will kick your motherfucking ass over. You hear me? JB don't give no fuck about what the fuck you feel, why you feel the way you feel, and getting his fucking act together. Cause he ain't finna do shit. If I ain't mistaken, that's his sister. She tried to hold JB down. JB slung her ass across the room like she was a piece of paper. JB don't give a fucking damn. You hear me? JD don't give a fuck and damn. Fuck and damn. He don't care. He don't care at all. JB, I looked at some videos before the move, and he went to the dentist, and I could tell based on how he was acting at the dentist that the dentist office had seen JB act a fool up and down, because basically what they were saying was he is so much better as a patient. But honey, if it would have been this week of JB being the patient, they would have been like, he done regress, child. JB done motherfucking regressed. Baby, JB probably was in that motherfucker beating ass. What's up, Precious? What's up, Precious? Too sweet. We're in here talking about JB and Trey, the challenged. And I was trying to think, should I put them as the challenge? Because yes, they have some challenges in life. Being autistic, and as being on the spectrum, I understand that there are, you could be at any part of that spectrum. You could be a well functioning adult. I know some people on the spectrum where they well functioning, they have a fucking whole job. They got down know how to get on a bus, get to work, and get back home. Would I trust that shit? Hell fucking no. JB is I met him I met him and his mama on TikTok. He over there she whooping their ass on TikTok, child. I told y'all JB got a mean motherfucking goddamn kung fu flying kick. Girl, baby, when that kick come, JB be flying in the sky. He don't miss. JB do not miss. JB will got that. He be on point with that kung fu kick. JB be flying. He flying in the air, and he got down touch what he aiming for. He get you. For some reason, those snow putting the snow on the people cars because they don't stole your parking space. Those videos and videos about JB been all up and down my TikTok timeline today. That's all I've been seeing all day. She said, "No, ma'am, JB would have gotten." And what made me go live is because I seen this video where this man was like, he had all the clips of JB. He had the clip of JB got down with the Kung Fu kick. He had the clip of JB spin on his mama. He had the kick of JB turning the cartwheel at the old house. He did a cartwheel at the old house. He's standing looking out in the backyard at the old house. He had a he had a compilation, must I add, of all the shit that JB be doing to these people. He had the whole thing where the mama was actually putting up a old comforter to JB door so she could keep the heat in his room because he done tore the fucking door off the hinges. JB don't give a fuck at all. And basically, I say it has a whole lot to do with the fucking environment. Like you move JB to a house where there is no running water. I don't know what they got. I don't know what that's all about. But they got cases and cases of water in their laundry closet. I seen the video where she was helping JB brush his teeth, and she was, he was goddamn waterfowling. I learned something new, y'all. Y'all know how when you be with your, well, this was shit I used to do in my 20s. But like if we all sharing a bottle of tequila, right? And we don't want to put our mouth on the bottle. We'll turn the bottle up so the liquor will just flow down in our mouth. The young ones call it waterfalling. So JB was waterfalling the water bottle in his mouth, and he was switching around. So I think they got a part to play in it too, because JB ain't been able to take no shower. JB has been having to actually take bird baths with the little water or whatever. So the environment changes. I think they have a whole lot to do with why JB is acting out. You moved me from where I was comfortable at our old house, and now you got me over here at this new motherfucking house with no running water, and it's a new environment for me altogether because I'm not at my old house no more. I'm over here at this new motherfucking spot with no running water. Now, JB, I'm gonna tell you, baby, you ain't making it no more comfortable for yourself. You done ripped off all the doors in the motherfucking house. This a house. Y'all just moved in this motherfucker. JB done ripped off all the motherfucking doors in the house. He done got down through his fist through one of the windows. It's cracked all up. JB done fucked up every motherfucking thing. Baby. That man said, "Oh, if me and JB would be in the house together, we finna turn that motherfucker to a WWE." Cause I ain't know he said JB will be coming off the goddamn sofa. I be jumping off the counter, whooping JB ass, cause JB is whooping ass. I told y'all he whooping ass. He don't give a fuck about the names. They say whooping ass taking name later. JB said fuck names. I don't give a fuck about the fucking names. I don't give a fuck about the fucking names. That man said, baby, it's gonna turn to WWE up in that bitch. Cause JB is whooping ass. JB is whipping ass, y'all. JB don't give a fuck about it at all. And the reason what made me say I need to talk about it because, like I said, I've been watching Trey. I've been um I've been watching Trey. And basically, I've been enjoying Trey. Like I said, Trey was so in silence. He'll soak in silence. Like Trey, he's not going. Like I said, she probably not recording. She probably not going live every time Trey have his manic fits or whatever. Which I think is a good thing. And it to me, sometime when I was listening to JB mom or whoever the caretaker is for JB this week, um, this morning, because I met him today. But I think that in a sense, she kind of dry big. She kind of dry big. Jamaican Cat, I can't. I have to come and see that after I get off the live. She kind of dry big, and like to me, yeah, she kind of dry big, cause she actually putting up she's showing all the destruction. So in a sense, to me, I think she want her supporters to send her some money so she can fix that goddamn house up. Cause it seems like she may be a renter. And basically, if y'all fuck up this shit in this rental home, then y'all gonna have to pay for this shit to get fixed. Fuck that. Yeah, JB don't know how to express himself. Trey, he do. Trey, I feel like Trey know how to express himself. Cause he'll say, Mama. I don't like that. Trey, and one thing about Trey and JB, like I don't know if I said it before in the video, but Trey, he know how to he's verbal. JB, he's verbal to a extent. He could say good. I know he said good so many times. I don't think he's really verbal. I don't think, and I think that's why the only way that he expresses himself is through anger, and the anger that he expresses himself with is dangerous anger. Trey get upset, but he tell you why he mad. He tell you what you did fucked up to him. He do, and it's so funny because he even know how to cook in the air fryer. Trey could cook in the air fryer. His mama told him, "Here, Trey, here go your chicken wings you asked for." And he say, "Okay, mama, I'm finna eat it. I'm finna eat it." And he'll say, "Thank you, mama. Thank you." And he ate his chicken wings, and he came back and said, "Mama, ain't no more chicken wings." And she said, "These for me. These for me." And so she she said, "You want some more, Trey? You got to cook them for yourself. I cooked the first batch for you." And so, he cooked them for himself. He put them in the air fryer. Yeah, Trey doing great. He doing really good. I know that Trey was having a situation too where he was kind of getting upset because he couldn't go to his program that he used to go into on a day-to-day basis. And I think it got a lot to do with the weather. Also, I think that's a part of what JB is going through too. He can't go to his program based on the weather. It's snowing outside. They probably closed. I noticed that here in Georgia, they got some county closures and stuff like that. So they probably can't go to their programs because of the weather. And I think both of them are having an issue with not being able to go to their programs. But yeah, y'all want to meet Trey? Trey got a channel. They do shorts over here on YouTube. If you want to go meet JB, I think the only thing you have to put in the I'm sorry, y'all, but I think the only thing that you have to put in the TikTok search bar is JB kicking ass. Because like I said, what made me go live was um now you can, on TikTok, you can actually you could do your response over there, and you can, stitch it in, or however they say you stitch. I stitch this in, so you can stitch in your response, showing them on the side of you what the hell going on. And I've seen at least 3 videos where they done stitch JB, and that's the topic. So I'm sure if you go over there to TikTok, the only thing you have to put in the search field is JB kicking ass. Because that's what JB is doing. JB is kicking ass. JB don't give a fuck. JB. But listen, I don't know anyone who is artistic. I don't know anyone private personally in my life raising an autistic child. And I think that's where